That's all you need. All you need to be successful. Not just in film, in life. All you need to do is hold on. Yeah.
Welcome to the Pantheon Parenthetical. My name is Lance Ash. My wife and I like to drive around and find new and interesting places to take photographs. So in the course of our meanderings, we went to a very small town where my mother used to spend her summers as a little girl. What there would have been there in the 50s to entertain a child is quite beyond me. However, in the present day, there is one intersection around which all the public buildings and commercial establishments are gathered. And there's a little store there called something like Arthur and Bee's Mennonite Menagerie. So we stopped and went in. Front half of the store is all off-the-shelf items, bulk rate spices and brands of things that you've never heard of, from cottage industries all over the place. Back half of the store is sort of a deli with locally butchered meat and cheese by the pound and so forth. All the locals seem to gather there and talk to each other and the people behind the counter. I was interested in the bulk rate poppy seeds in the front of the store, but my wife put the 86 on that. So instead I settled for a half-gallon jar of strawberry preserves. Seems like a lot, but the price was right. Anyway, it wasn't until I got home and looked closely at the label that I found out that there was a prize somewhere hidden amongst the preserves. Now, some of you out there might be too young to remember, but there was a time when bonuses or prizes were to be had in many things, not just breakfast cereal. For instance, there was a brand of laundry detergent called Diz, I believe it was, that had a free washcloth hidden somewhere in the powder. And sometimes you would get glassware or silverware in laundry detergent or dishwashing powders. Anyway, the prize in the strawberry preserves was one of a set of 6 small votive figurines in the shape of famous guitar players as chosen by the staff of the factory where the preserves were made. And so I was very excited about this because I wanted to get either Jimmy Page or Tony Iommi, maybe even Andy Summers, who knows. So slowly worked my way through the preserves, eating many peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Finally one day found the little figurine, pulled it out, washed it off, only to find that it was Roy Gallagher, who may be technically proficient, but not really my idea of a exciting and great guitar player worthy of hero worship. So, undeterred, finished off the jar, and next time we were in the area, bought another one. Weeks went by, pulled the figurine out, yet another Roy Gallagher. So, I thought, well, this is crazy. Let's try something else. So, I don't know how many months or later it was, but got the half-gallon jar of fig preserves. The set of figurines in the fig variety was famous 70s icons. and I was terrified of getting mork. So the next time, after that inevitably turned out to be Fonzie, I went for the orange marmalade. Figured I can't go wrong. The series of figurines this time was poets. Worked my way through many pieces of buttered toast, and the poet that I was destined to pull out was Paul Blackburn. So that brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you very much for listening.